Hi, I'm John Pullman, professional boxing trainer, owner of Pullman's Gym in Northridge, California, and this is Pullmanomics. So welcome back to Pullmanomics. Thank you for tuning in again. And today in this episode, we're going to go over how to counter a jab from a right-handed stance. So we're lucky enough here to have Devin Tomko with us on Pullmanomics for the first time, and he's going to be in a right-handed boxing stance. So check him out, right? He's in a good right-handed boxing stance, and I'm going to be in a right-handed boxing stance, and I'm going to be throwing a jab at him. And the first way that he's going to defend and counter, he's going to use his hands to block for defense first. We'll call it catch the jab, which we went over in previous episodes, right? He's going to catch my jab, right? And then he's going to jab right back at me. So this is going to be the first basic way. He's catching with his back hand, his rear hand. Bop, bang. And when he catches, he can open his hand slightly. You know, a good fight, Sugar Ray Robinson, when he fought Jake LaMotta in Sugar Ray Robinson, he used this move a lot because LaMotta was coming to him, trying to jab him, and he was catching his jab with a good open hand and jabbing right back at him a lot in that fight. That's actually a good example of this. It goes back a ways, but it's a good example of this. So basically, he's going to keep his backhand a little bit open. He's going to catch, bop, bang. And then he could even take like a little baby step with his front foot, bop, bop, when he jabs, right? So he comes to me, got his distance right, his balance is good, his hands are in good position. He catches the jab, bop, bop, and jabs right back. A really good, basic, simple counter for the right-handers versus right-hander jab. Now, why does he catch with his backhand? Because if he catches with his front hand, it's really open for my right hand. His face is right there, and my right hand is right there. So it's a little bit safer, for the most part, for him to catch with his backhand and then jab, right? And you could throw other punches off of this too, but today we're just going over this one, right? Nice and simple. Catch, pop, jab. Good. Good timing. Catch my jab, pop, jab right back. One more time. Pop, pop. One more time. Pop, pop. Good. So that's a good basic counter, right-hander versus right-hander, catching and jabbing. Good. Here we are now, same concept. Countering the jab, right-hander versus right-hander, and we got Devin in a good right-handed boxing stance. And in this particular move, we're going to use head movement for the defensive end, and then we're going to counter right off the head movement. So he comes a little closer to me now, right? And he's going to slip. So your distance will be different when you're slipping than when you're maybe catching out in front. It's a little different distance, right? Because you want to be a little closer on this one. And he's going to slip to his right. Boom. He's going to dip his shoulder a little bit more forward. Right, exactly. He's keeping his hands up nice, good. You could do it that way too. He slips to his right. Whoop, right. And after he slips to his right, he's going to come right back with a straight right hand now. It's going to be like loading the gun, cocking the gun and fire. So he slips, whoop, bang, and shoots it right from there, right? Again, slip, whoop, pop. Good. Hands are right in line with his shoulders. Now he can keep his left hand kind of in line with his shoulder here and not put it so much on his face too. He can kind of slip, make me hit the air all the way. Try again. Slip, whoop, bang. That's another good way of doing it too. Again, he takes a little step with his right foot too sometimes. Boom, bang, gives him a nice punching angle. So if I jab at him and he gets me in this position, it's a really dangerous position for me. Jersey Joe Walcott did this to Joe Louis when they fought. He walked off on him. Joe Louis came after him with a jab, and he slipped. He made this exact move, slipped, and shot a nice straight right hand. Actually put Joe Louis down. Really, really good textbook example of this move, right? So he just takes a little slip, whoop, bang, and shoots the right hand right on the button. It's like loading a gun and firing. He could do it without a step too. He can just slip right there, whoop, bang, and shoot it there, right on the button. Whoop, bang, good. Now take the little step, whoop, bang, good. Again, whoop, bang. This could be a really devastating counter. Right-hander versus right-hander. Again, right-hander versus right-hander. Devin in a good right-handed boxing stance, and I'm jabbing at him, right? Okay? And then this particular counter, he's going to use his feet to create space. So he's using his feet for the defensive end of this, right? He's stepping back with his back foot, basic step back. Good. Again, basic step back. Whoop. And once he steps back, if he gets me reaching at him like that, whoop, I'm open for pretty much a lot of punches if he has a proper distance. But right now we're just going to do the simple punch, jab. Step back out the way, hit them with your jab. So you create a little space, make me come short, and then hit me with your jab. And he could do what he wants with his feet here, what he needs to do, right? So he'll step back, then he might take a baby step with his front foot to make sure he lands his jab. That's like probably pretty standard. Whoop, bop, beautiful. Again, whoop, bop, excellent. Steps out the way, bop, good. Really good fundamental counter. Step back, bop, simple fundamental counter. Bop, bop, good. Really simple, effective move. 1, bop, 1, bop, under, bop, 3, bop. Again, we're throwing a jab, right-hander versus right-hander, and we're going to counter it. This time, we're going to use the punching as like a form, punching at the same time as they're punching, kind of like timing for defense, punching for defense, which is another really important line of defense, right? So if I'm jabbing at Devin, he's going to slip this way to his right, right? He's going to slip to his right, and he's going to jab with me at the same time as I jab. It's important, though, that he's going to use his front foot and his shoulder. He's going to step forward with his front foot, and he's going to slip to his right simultaneously, right? So he's going to put his jab for now right at my body, like jabbing to the body. It's pretty much the same move we went over in straight punches to the body. So he's going to shoot right here, pop, same time. So his head's out, freeze on this one, Devin. So his head's out of the way, his foot is in, he got some good velocity from his body, and his distance is right, where his hand's not hyperextended, it's not too extended, there's a slight bend right there. His hand is up, his head's off the line, his stance is good, he's ready for action, he can step back from there, you know what I mean? He can still, in good working order to make good defensive moves after, right? So that's the basic way of doing it, jab here, bop, perfect, and he gets himself back in order. Again, he's timing my jab, bop, punching at the same time. He could do the same thing to the face. He just raise it up and punch right in the face here. Pop, same move with his body, he's just raising his arm higher to hit me square in the face. Pop, Tyson Fury used this move actually a lot against Deontay Wilder and on pretty much all their fights. It's good if your opponent's tall, either the same height as you or taller. This is really a really good effective move. Very simple, can be very effective for setting up other punches, and it can be very damaging in its own right, right? So here he goes, jab right to the face, pop, make me miss, hit me at the same time, to the body, pop, right, perfect, to the face, pop. So that's a really, really good effective counter, right-hander versus right-hander as well. Great, so we've been going over a right-hander countering a right-hander's jab, some really good, basic, effective ways to practice. Now, you gotta go over how to counter a left-hander's jab as well. Very important, you can't overlook that, because left-handed opponents seem to pop up at the most inconvenient times. So if you don't go over it from time to time in the gym, you're gonna be sorry. So make it a point to spend some time on how to work against fighting a left-hander as well, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So Devin's in a good right-handed boxing stance, and I'm in a left-handed boxing stance, and I'm gonna be throwing my jab at him. First one, he's gonna use his hands for defense and countering, so he's gonna use his front hand now to catch the jab, right? Reason being, he wants to keep his right hand at home in case I were to throw like a 1-2, which is a very common move to throw, right? And it's two different hands, so I can throw it way faster. I can throw a 1-2 way faster usually than I can throw a jab and a hook, right? And because it's the same, a double punch with the same hand, two hard punches is harder to throw than two punches with opposite hands. It's just simple, your simple anatomy. That's the way we're made up. So he's gonna catch with this hand and jab with the same hand, block and jab with the same hand. Now his feet you gotta pay attention to. He's not gonna, when he jabs, he's not gonna step in the middle here. He's gonna either step at my foot or on the outside of my front foot, right? He's gonna catch, jab, right. And he's gonna keep his distance a little better, right? To keep me right at the end of his shot. Pop, so he's doing whatever he needs to do with his feet, like as far as stepping to me. He's not gonna step too big to me if I'm not that far away. He wants to keep me right at the end of his shot. Bop, bop, good, freeze on this one. Bop, bop, I'm at the end of his shot. See, his arm has a slight bend, right, which is really good. His foot, he didn't step on the inside, he stepped on the outside. He's way more protected like this, right? Really good, his other hand's up. He doesn't have all his weight on his front leg. His back leg's still engaged, as you can see. Really, really, really good technique there. The reason, if he stepped on the inside, go ahead and step on the inside, boom, boom, it's dangerous, right? For one, I have better defensive potential. I can just skate out of there. I can also hit his face is a lot closer to me right on the inside, right? So you want to kind of be careful jabbing right on the inside of there. Especially if I were to just throw a 1-2 and he stepped in the inside. That would be devastating. So he's going to favor the outside. Pop, good, one more time. Pop, snaps his jab right back just in case. Pop, good, to watch out for that. So really good, effective, basic counter. against the left-hander's jab. Devin, again, in a good right-handed boxing stance. I'm in a left-handed boxing stance, and he's countering my jab, as with the basic theme of this episode. So he's going to slip this time, use his head for defense, head movement for defense, another very important form of defense. He's going to slip to his outside, to his left, to my right, get on this side of my jab. Boom. If he can get there, that's a really dangerous spot for me, right? Look at his feet. His back foot's turned. He got a little more weight on this leg. This hand's up just in case, right? Come on back. And he took a little step in with his front foot, right? Whoop. Good. Good position. I mean, there's a lot of punches that are available here, but today we're going to talk about the hook, right? So he's going to slip there again. Slip. Boom. Fire the hook, right? Again. Slip. Bang. Fire the hook right there on the button. Whoop. Bang. Good. Now, if I don't put the mid up, he were to throw it on my face. Whoop. Boom. Right? Or right over my shoulder. Whoop. Boom. Good. Now, if I'm a little bit farther back, right, and he might need to step in with both his feet. Whoop, boom. That's an option too. You do what you got to do. If I'm right here, he only needs to step maybe with his front foot. Whoop, boom, right there. Yep, try that one again. Whoop, bang, right. Now if I put the pad up, he might step in with both his feet on this one because I'm a little bit farther back, right? He's catching my rhythm. He creeps in a little closer, then he goes for it. Whoop, bang, right there. Let's do that one again. We'll hit the pad. Ready? Whoop, bang, good. Again. Whoop, bang, good. Bring both your feet in. Step, 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 bang, good. Again, step, step, bang, good. One more, step, bang, and then he's protecting himself. He's always ready, right? Good. So that's another good, effective counter for the jab against the left-hander.
2 shots. 2 shots, roll out.
Devin is in a good right-handed boxing stance. I'm going to be shooting the jab again, same thing from the left-handed side, right? And we're going to show you another way to counter it. This time we're going to incorporate using your feet to create distance while countering, right? So the step back hook, we've gone over this in previous episodes. I think it's a really effective punch, a very safe punch to throw. He's going to step back and hook simultaneously while I jab at him. This works good against a left-hander because I'm jabbing with my lead hand, right? And that opens me up on that side of my face, right, for if he can time me with his hook. So as he steps back, he's going to dip his right shoulder and his right foot. He's going to turn his right foot as he steps back with his right foot. So his right foot goes back, his right shoulder, back shoulder dips forward, right? Boom, just like so. He does that again. Boom. Now it's almost like a slip going backwards. As he does that, he's gonna punch with his hook right after, and his front foot's gonna kind of drag back with the hook. That's very important, right? So I reach at him here, bang, just like so. Really good. He comes back up. So if he catches me reaching, whoa, bang, I'm way open on this side of my face. That's why, because I'm using this hand to punch, so it's a really good shot against a left-hander. Sneaky shot. Step back hook. Whoop, bang. So all you're doing is just throwing a good step back hook. Some people call it a check hook. Whoop, bang. Perfect, right there. Whoop, bang. Beautiful shot. One more time. Whoop, bang. And it's a safe punch to throw because you're going away from everything. So that's a really nice counter for a left-hander's jab as well. Devin, good boxing stance, right-hander. I'm in a left-handed boxing stance again, and we're going to counter the jab one more time here from a left-hander. And it's going to be like using your punches at the same time to time the person, using punches for defense in essence. So very similar to the move he just made, which is like a couple moves ago, the slip, right? If he just slips here, he freezes, right? Good. That's going to be the first part of this move. While he slips, he's going to shoot a right hand same time. And we're going to put it right here on my chest first, just for the time being. Right here, look. Boom. So if I jab and he can time me like that, that's a really, really good shot, right? Does it again. He takes a little step with his left foot, bang, and makes a slip. And his other hand's up, does it again. Bop, other hand's up, do that again. Bop, hold it, other hand's up, just in case I were to throw a hook instead of a jab, right? Because if you throw this punch, you're timing them, so you're essentially guessing the exact punch as well, because you got to do it at the same time. But if you feel you got a feel for the person, and you know they're going to throw a jab in your mind, and here comes a jab, he times it. Bang, good. And if he wants to throw it to the face, he just raises his arm, makes the same move. Bop, perfect, just like that. Again. Bop, beautiful. One more time. Bop, perfect. Head, body. Bop, good. Head. Bop, good. One more time, head. Bop. Really, really devastating, good, effective move to counter a left-hander's jab if you're a right-hander. So today we went over how to counter a jab as a right-hander against both a right-hander and a left-hander. Very important to understand. The jab is a very great punch, and really great fighters use the jab a lot, so you have to know what to do when they use it. So we're really focusing on that. And it sounds very simple, but it takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice to master these moves. You know, the greatest fighters do the most basic things excellent. But like the Greek philosopher Plato said, excellence is not a gift. It's a skill that takes practice. So please remember that and work on these things as much as you can, and we're going to do our best to keep giving you as much great information as we can. So thank you. Got sweat all over me.
Yeah, I was
Disgusting.